Hey, I'm Sassy Wyatt. I'm totally blind and live with arthritis, which is a chronic pain condition. I love the disability community because it has given me friendship, support and advice. I'm a blind blogger, traveller. I love making things accessible and I love teaching people about accessibility, which is why I'm really proud to be part of this campaign run by HeX Productions. Together, we're highlighting issues surrounding digital accessibility on the run-up to the public sector compliance deadline on the 23rd of September 2020. Question 1. What does good digital accessibility mean to me personally? As someone that is totally blind and using a screen reader, I have trouble using the internet because I'm not treated like a sighted person. I'm reminded daily that as a blind person, websites are inaccessible to me. Having that autonomy and having the same access as my sighted and able-bodied peers would allow me to use the internet with ease and also feel like I'm never really missing out. Question 2. What are the most common barriers? I'm forever finding so many obstacles in my way, unfortunately. Things aren't configured properly through coding and the development team. So when I'm on a website, if there aren't headings, if there aren't elements like form controls, buttons, links labelled properly, I won't know what they are. I have real issue with pop-ups coming up, especially if I'm on someone's blog, for example. If they have a pop-up, it takes up the whole screen and I can't find the exit button. There are other issues, alt text, which is photo descriptions, things not being explained thoroughly through images on people's websites, and other barriers to access such as closed captionings and audio descriptions on videos. What are the top 3 digital accessibility must-haves and why? So for me, being totally blind, I need everything to be described to me, and my first and most important one is alt text. And that is image descriptions on your website. Whether you're a travel website, a fashion website, a beauty website, or even just a website in general that you have a business. If you're not explaining what's in your images, then how am I as a blind person meant to know what I'm buying from you, from the service? My second must-have is labeling elements. So these are the form controls, the search fields, the input boxes, making sure that things are accessible to be clicked on via a mouse as well as a keyboard. And one thing I find particularly tricky is that when you have I am not a robot, I spend forever trying to click that button and it doesn't work because you're not making it accessible to screen readers and you're not making it accessible to keyboards. And my third must-have is formatting. So making sure that everything is in a clear, easy to read layout, that your fonts are big enough, that you have headings that are clearly labelled, just that everything is spaced out and easy to access, whether you're on a mobile, whether you're on a laptop using keyboard shortcuts, or just being able to scroll. People with visual impairments use everything from magnification software to screen reading software, and you need to make sure that everything is compatible on both. Have you ever found it impossible to access a website, and what would you do in this circumstance? Yes, unfortunately for me, being blind, a lot of the issue comes down to the development team. If things aren't labelled, if the coding isn't there, then to me things can be either completely invisible, like it doesn't exist, or labelled in such a way that I just am unsure what it means. So I might know there's a link, but I don't know what that link is and where it takes me to. So the amount of times that I have accessed a website and then clicked off quite quickly after, when I realised scrolling through isn't going to work, is quite often. In the past, I have actually contacted the development team or at least the brand, and sometimes I've got good feedback, but generally I get ignored. So if you're not willing to make your stuff accessible, I'm not willing to buy from you.
If you had the chance to make one point to an organisation considering changing their website, what would it be and why?
Always invite disabled people to the table. Hire us as consultants. Before you have to go through the rigmarole of undoing all the work and trying to make it accessible when you've already got a fully built website, invite us on board to show you how to make it accessible in the first place. As someone that is totally blind and is a disability awareness consultant, people like us are out there happy to help and happy to show you how to make things as accessible as humanly possible.